I love classroom arguments. Yeah.
Charlamagne, you all right? You okay?
What you mean?
Yeah, he was just a little angry in here, just making sure before I got started.
I was
good.
not angry at all.
All right. So Obama, he sat down with Hamilton College president, Stephen, what's his last name? Stephen Tepper. He sat down with Hamilton College president Stephen Tepper, and he talked about how he's now in a deep deficit with Michelle Obama after serving 2 terms in the White House. Now, I've heard Michelle Obama previously talk about how, there was times where she really did not like him, especially when he became president, and they worked through it. But he says, Obama said, so I've been trying to dig myself out of that hole by doing occasionally fun things. Now, again, they've talked about how the presidency had like a huge impact on their marriage. And I was reading a lot of the interview. He says, let me just say this. It sure helps to be out of the White House and to have a little more time with her. I don't know. I understand, Obama and everything that he did for the country and, what him being in the White House meant. But, man, every single time they talk about personally how it impacted their family, it seems like HE double hockey sticks. I don't know if I would have put my family in that position.
You could say hell, but yeah, I mean, think about it. 8 years of constantly being on call, not having the time to spend with your family, your kids, your wife. Yes, absolutely.
And I hate y'all.
Why?
Why don't ever say you hate, because that's a strong word. Don't ever come for me like that.
Okay, let's take a minute. This segment is called How Does Charlamagne Feel?
Imagine having to dig yourself out of a hole because you decided to be president of the United States of America, but because you decided to be the greatest public servant in the country.
But you still got family.
Your
You still got kids, though.
It's your
You still got
wife,
family
your
and kids,
kids,
though.
or your kids.
Well, damn, you don't understand that sacrifice?
That's crazy.
I'm not saying that I don't, and nor does Michelle Obama not understand that sacrifice. Obviously, she does, but she's still a wife behind the doors of the White House.
Yes.
And you still have a family, you still have a kid.
Yeah, but she knows what comes with that.
You don't know. Well,
Until
the first
you get
term,
in
she
it.
didn't know. Yeah.
You don't know until you get in it.
The first term, they had no idea.
But after the fact,
does
that need to be said?
What? When need to be saying it?
I gotta dig myself out of a deficit. Yes. I was president for 8 years.
But people have needs
You have
as
a
well.
wife. You never had to dig yourself out of a deficit.
I wasn't president.
But still, in your life right now that you have,
of the United States of America.
Bro, if you miss any of your kids or wife thing, they are upset. Now imagine being president and missing it for 8 years.
Imagine you being president. You think you'll be able to go to all these damn dance conventions? You envy?
No.
Right.
I don't understand where your anger is placed right now. What's the issue?
It's not anger. It's just that this is
dramatic
silly.
and it's like, what? Like,
he's president.
Yeah.
His wife was pissed off.
He wasn't a DJ.
Like,
he wasn't a radio personality. He wasn't a comedian. He was president.
Like,
he didn't do bad wigs.
I thought you was going to say he was
Delaware.
Child, ain't nobody wear it because ain't nothing in deficit but that.
He was a president. Come on, but continue.
Okay. My next story. Let's see if you have some anger after this
that
one.
was it on Obama?
What else would you like me to talk about?
Well, look, let me just say this.
Because I was going to get into... Go ahead.
Michelle Obama been aging backwards. She have been looking younger and more like glowy or whatever. So she definitely happy to have her husband back.
And she got her podcast now, and she sits down and she talks about a lot of this stuff. I was going to go into other outlets talking about all the times we haven't seen them together publicly, and he's coming out and saying he's been doing things to make her happy and spending more time with her. People are hitting at the fact that there may be some issues, but I was going to leave that alone because you said that I'm messy and I always focus on the negative. But since you want to go there...
That was messy. That is messy.
Oh, okay. You have anything else?
No, but that is messy.
Okay. Well, I was going to leave it alone.
Girls.
Because the reality is they should be spending more time together now because he's not president.
But that's
right.
But
that's what her story is about.
Can you tell Charlamagne that I just said that?
Yes. That's what she's saying. But they're not.
Don't worry. But don't let me stop you from doing your stories.
No. You're not stopping me, but I just need a translator because I don't know what's happening on that side of the room.
So what you trying to say? There's trouble in paradise? Are you breaking something?
I have no idea, but according to a few outlets, and I do think that one of them was unfair.
According to a few outlets, there is trouble in paradise.
What are you alluding
Just say
to?
what you want to say. Stop
What are
being
you
scared.
alluding to?
I think that it's an unfair observation because some of the places that they pointed out that they were not together at.
Tell us.
Michelle Obama had came out and publicly said that she wasn't going because she wasn't in support of certain things. So
like Jimmy Carter's funeral.
Yes. So according to TMZ, they say in March alone we saw Barack at the Los Angeles Clippers game.
Oh, he was at the game. She wasn't there.
She wasn't there. Out to dinner in LA without Michelle and Jimmy Carter's funeral.
Not the funeral.
Or Donald Trump's inauguration. And I said that was an unfair observation because she said she wasn't going to Donald Trump's inauguration. situation because she didn't want to.
She might not be a basketball fan. Him and his homie wanted
She
to go.
could also not like basketball.
Okay.
Maybe she wasn't hungry when Obama went to dinner.
But she doing what she want to do, and these are things that she didn't want to do.
Exactly.
So it's like, I said I'm not going, and I'm not. So.
Or maybe they're together all the time, but we only see certain public appearances.
That happens.
Because we do judge people's whole life based off just a few things that we see.
On social
because
media, absolutely.
he's
not whole life.
He's former.
We do, though.
Well, we do.
Right,
I do.
All right.
It's hard not to when you're Obama. I only get to see but 5 seconds.
But common sense should tell you that they have a whole life.
Lauren.
Of course they have a whole life,
There's a
Charlamagne.
Monday,
I told
a Tuesday,
you.
a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And
There's 24 hours in each of those days.
I didn't plan on going down their calendar alerts until you took it there.
Yo, I seen Lauren this weekend, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you're a real dad." I'm like,
Hey yo, like you be making up the kids.
I don't know.
Dad
God.
Envy is so different. He's like so much more
different,
laid back, so chill.
Yeah.
Like Jackson was like jumping up and down at the soccer game. Envy's just like sitting there, like barely talking. I was like, oh my God, look at you. I've never seen you not talk.
I don't know anything about soccer. That would be it too.
It was very
I didn't
obvious.
know offsides goal. I have no idea.
He was so calm. It was like whatever Jackson wanted to do, that's what they were doing. I was like, look at you being a dad.
Oh my goodness.
Charlamagne, your peach cobbler head ass gonna leave people alone. Like I'm really like seriously.
No, I'm not,
leave it
actually.
alone.
I'll leave him alone when you leave him alone. When you stop doing Jess With The Mess and you stop clowning people, I'll stop clowning people too. How about that?
Would you like me to translate anything over there? You got it, because I don't know.
How about that?
But-
Okay?
All right, you're right.
All right.
Today,
That
Monday?
is the latest with Lauren. Yesterday is Monday.
Dang.
Charlamagne, who are you giving your donkey to?
Yesterday was Monday?
I said today
No,
is
today is
Monday.
Monday.
I said Charlamagne,
Oh,
who
yes,
you giving
yes,
your
yes.
donkey to?
Yes. Steve Cusimano needs to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with him. He's from Florida.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi. Free. Classic interviews and more on Tubi every day, all day long, all for free. Just search Breakfast Club and grab your popcorn.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.